Auntie Said So, a podcast that's not really a podcast. The only place where business gets real, laughs come standard, and life lessons are served with a side of sass. She's got 30 years of global real estate hustle, over 3,500 transactions closed, and a passport so packed it's begging for a break. But don't let the $1 million deals fool you. She's your international auntie, the no-nonsense mentor you didn't know you needed. Whether it's business, real estate, or life advice, when Auntie speaks, you listen. With key phrases like, but did you die? Rent is due. And level up, buttercup. You know she's here to keep it real. So get comfy, whether you're in your office, on the road, or chilling with a cup of tea. And let Auntie Tameka Bryant guide you through stories, lessons, and the inside scoop on niche businesses you need to know about. Because this isn't just a podcast. It's a vibe, a movement, a safe place to learn, laugh, and level up. Now, let's get into it, because Auntie said so. Here's your host, Dr. Tameka Bryant.
Or any of our events or anything we've got going on, you know that we are about helping people build wealth through real estate and through their business. And so one of the reasons that Auntie Said So came about is because this is my third podcast, right? But I wanted to be able to really dig my teeth into what kind of information should my nieces and nephews, know about what's happening. And if you guys are paying any attention, what's happening in the government, it's something happening every day. So for us to try to keep up with what was all going on, it required me to just stop and stay still, because once we left Teach at the Beach, there was so much going on. If you are here and you've never heard of Teach at the Beach, never been, it's when we kind of get together and get real work done. So this is not like a conference where I always say that people, it's not like a conference you've ever been to. Because not only are you invited, but so are your business partners, your kids, because your business partners could be your children, right? So we had 8-year-olds there with their parents, up to, my 27-year-old was there also, who helps manage the conference, and they also present. So, and when I mean like 10 and 12-year-olds who are actually published authors because of what their parents are pouring in. So all of that to say, guys, this last few months has been jam-packed, and our conference, we did tours. Our conference last year was held in the Fort Lauderdale area. So besides doing tours to see luxury properties, we also were working on our hotel project together. We had our choice exec there to kind of explain hotel ownership. There was so much, but the key piece that has taken us this amount of time to kind of get our hands around is what we put together to combat the big bad bill, or the big beautiful bill, as some people want to call it. So that required a lot of work, because not only did I take time to outline what 10 businesses we needed to be aligned in, to be investing in, and what we needed to be doing to combat that, because we're not just wanting to survive. We definitely want to thrive, right? So that took time. And now that we have the main pieces narrowed down, we know how to go forward. And now I have more time to spend on the podcast, and also bringing you guys valuable information. So not just information that I think you should know, but also current events, what's going on, where we are, what's happening. And so if you can see by, this bookshelf behind me, that should give you one clue. Yes, I completed one of my books. By the time I gave myself a deadline by January 1st, I wanted to complete 2 books. I didn't quite meet that deadline, but I did create 1 book. So I owe you guys another book. But that second book, it really was it took me down because that second book is my personal life story. And as I started opening up into that personal story, it opened up wounds that I didn't realize were not healed. Right. So that's going to take me a little longer. And I wanted to get the business book out of the way first, because that business book, that's the book that I know you guys need in your hands, because that is the book about how, when the world is crumbling on you and you still have to pull out and go forward. And sometimes it's going forward with no plan B, no plan C. And that's exactly what happened to me when I left one career and entered into real estate career. And so this book is about how what strategies I use to build my real estate company, and also how did I close one person with sometimes an assistant here or there. How did I personally close 3,800 transactions over this period of time? And I'm still closing. I do want you guys to know that I'm still closing real estate. And this year I'm going back because of that book and bringing along some real estate agents so that I can show them how to do it. So this is what has me transforming my house in Missouri, because I'm going and taking it back. I'm taking it back to how did I do it and what did that look like? And so the very first thing I remembered is when I started in my dining room. So I transformed my dining room over the last week into what I'm going to call the center of our universe, so that the agents that I'm going to bring on will work in that space when I'm in town. So they don't have to go into an office and they don't have to do this thing. They're going to be right there with me, and we will do exactly what we did before, because I did all those 30, at least the first 2,500 transactions. There was no social media, there was no Instagram or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm taking it back to the basics, and I'm taking them back to the basics. And then I'm going to show them how then to use AI to duplicate what we did before, so that there's, the before and then the after. So with all of that happening, guys, it is a lot. And that book is going to, once it comes out, I decided I'm just going to take it on tour. So I'm going to have it on 12 cities is my plan. So if you are interested in hosting me and the book, and I have not shared when that date is of the launch and any of those things just yet, but if you're interested, you can just drop your name below and we will contact you as we get closer to the launch date. Okay, so that's one thing. So the book came out, and today I'm taping this now, so I don't know when you guys are going to see it, but I'm taping this on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday that we celebrate on the Monday, 1/19. And this is so significant for me because I took the whole day and I listened to him speak and read the letter from jail. I listened to that today. I sat down and I realized that if he was here today, he'd still be fighting the fight. And how fortunate you and I are, anyone who's actually sitting here, because of what people have done to stand up for our rights, that those rights are today being challenged again, and they continuously are challenged. But that doesn't stop us from doing what we needed to do and what we have to do. So today was it was just like a surreal moment, in that I vowed that this year was going to be personal for me, because this year, it actually marks so many things, from when my mom passed at the age of 53, the same age that I am now. And so I promised myself that I was going to dig deeper and I was going to do more, and I'm going to do more on all platforms. So today, January 19th, I also launched the Stretch Your Coins Challenge within Patreon. And that's my group over there who just wants to work together, be closer, support, and I kind of give them different information that's over there. So we started that challenge today, and that's all about, you know, I've been working for myself for over 20 years. So I truly understand the ebbs and flows of being an entrepreneur, of if you only have $5 coming into this account, how do you still maintain, payroll or any of these kinds of things? And so this challenge is to help the small business kind of go, how are we going to stretch the dollar that we have? Because inflation is through the roof. Everything is more expensive on your personal stuff, on your business side. So the dollar that you make has to be stretched. So I just said, how about I create this 30-day challenge with the people who are over in Patreon and help them kind of start digging in and doing that. I mean, they already are over there. We have the free members over there, but we launched this for the paid subscribers over there. They pay $5 a month or whatever it is. Those are the people who said, hey, I don't, we want to support. And this is us giving value add back to them, right? So I'll let you guys know how that goes as we go through that 30-day. And the people who check in on their daily will win a prize. So that's going on Thursday, and the rest of this week we have there's another program that we have to, it's called the Create Your Career piece that I'm doing this Thursday. That also came about because I'm watching what so many people are going through. People are losing their jobs and then going, well, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? And I just want to tell people that a lot of times you're looking for a job instead of creating your career, right? So I'm going to spend 30 minutes. And this is a free class. So, look for it on our website, be-niche.com. I'll place that in the information and on the screen. Later on and after this, you can follow us and get connected. But all of those things are on our website. So make sure you're subscribed there as well. But that, I think I'm actually going to make that a series. So after this Thursday, once the people attend, I'll get feedback. And if they say they really enjoyed that, then we'll go back and do that more often, because I think most people have skills that they don't know how to monetize, right? And this is the time to monetize those skills, because there are a lot of people who are out of work who need you, right? So if you're a person who has some skills and you don't know how to reach those people, or you don't know how to put those things together, or any of those kind of things, I'm putting a free class together on for Thursday to help people do those. So yes, we have all kinds of stuff going on. We're still building affordable housing. We're still doing international stuff. You guys still see us in our rent is due shirts. We are still doing all of the things we were doing before, but now at a deeper and a higher level. In fact, this shirt is one of the ones that came out of our fall collection, because again, we heard from you guys saying, hey, give us other colors besides your green and black. And so here's our green, red, just in time for Valentine's Day. And so lastly, want to announce to you guys that we started a rewards program on our Be Niche website as well. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes. We figured, because they're really looking around, there's so many organizations, so many government programs that are being cut. We just figured, how can we give back in our little way? Well, we want to support the people who are supporting us. So for all of those people who go onto our website, who download our free blueprint, I updated the blueprint, guys. Go get your new one. Who download our blueprint, who buy a t-shirt, who come to a class, that's all supporting us. So every dollar that is spent on our website, and then sometimes there are things that you don't even have to spend $1 for, like putting your birth date in our system gets you 100 points. Those points add up, and you can redeem them for different things like merch, free classes, and there's free stuff. There's going to be some computers that we're giving out throughout the year, as well as some free trips to go along with me. You guys know I still raise capital. We're still building our hotels. We're still building affordable housing. We have an event in February where we're showing you how to get into building your own housing and how you can do that in your own cities. We have so many things, but if you make sure you're on the B Niche website and stay engaged, you won't miss anything. And just going full circle, we want to make sure that the people who are moving and supporting us, that we're giving back. So with a few, and I'll give you one example of a trip. There will be a trip in June to Las Vegas, and somebody is going to win that trip based on how engaged they are with us over the course of this next few months. So that's the kind of stuff we're talking about. And again, guys, I am happy to come back and have had rest and have been recharged and have had lots of time to kind of dig in, write, be as creative as I wanted to be, get my books out there. And I say books because the personal one is coming out. I did write it, at least the first chapter. And if you want to see the first chapter, go ahead and you can message me and I may send that out, because it is done, but it was hard to get that out. It's a lot going on. So anyway, guys, I will be in touch. You guys will see me, and I can't really tell you when I'm going to pop in and pop out, or when I'm going to be live or not live, because this is your auntie that you did not know you needed to have. And so it is a podcast that's not really a podcast. So I don't really have a time I'm going to say I'm going to be on every day or every week. But just keep plugging in, like and follow and share with people you like and love, because like I said, we have a lot to get done this year. All right, guys, have a good one. Auntie said so.